Hello and welcome to our update of the Hungry Bin versus the Urban Worm Bag. So we haven't updated for 2 weeks because I was on vacation, but now that I'm back, it is time to see what's going on in here. The worms have been traveling, which is of course that's normal and is expected in this kind of bin. But the food looks to be well composted. We gave them a nice large feedings, and you can see the worms are happy. They're working the top layers as they are meant to do. We're not going to dig very deep because we want them to stay compacted. But yeah, they're happy working it. And of course, you can see the food. Majority of it, of course, is gone, and what's left are castings and of course some bedding. So they did good. So we're gonna go with our typical feeding right on top. This is the bedding that was covering the top. Now this is going to be the bottom, and we have a nice smorgasbord of goodies for them, and it is a fairly large feeding, about 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. And I already sprinkled it with pulverized eggshells, and now we're going to cover it with more dry bedding, which is what we tend to do in these bins. And so the cycle continues. I was less worried about the Hungry Bin and the worm bag than I was about my regular plastic totes, because I know that they tend to keep the moisture well, so there was no worrying about them drying out. And since I tend to give a larger feeding in these kinds of systems, I was also not worried about the worms running out of food. So everything looks good in here. And let me go and move over now to the worm bag and do the same thing there. Here we are with the worm bag. And I'm not expecting to have any problems here either. Just like with the Hungry Bin, these systems tend to keep nice moisture level and keep the worms nice and happy. And here they are at the top. The material is flakier in the worm bag, and it is a lot more compact and moist in the Hungry Bin. That is just typically how I find it. Also, no surprises there. But the worms are on top doing their thing. And the food Looks like the food is gone, and what's left are the castings. A lot of the bedding is gone as well, just what is mostly on the top. Let's see, feel something. Corn, is it corn? Yeah, so there was corn here. So I guess there are more worms in that area. They love their corn. But absolutely everywhere, it's all nicely processed and the worms are spread throughout. Nice and crumbly, this stuff. Really like it. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing here. We have a lot of bedding here at the very top, and that's going to become our bottom. And the food is going to be deposited here across the top, covered with more bedding. Just spread it all out. Just trying to catch up on all my videos since I've been gone. But these guys are happy. They seem to have done quite well, even though I wasn't here making sure that everything was okay. Now I don't know how it would be if somebody was, let's say, would go on vacation for a month. You know, if you overfeed the worm bin or the worm system in preparation for leaving for a long period of time, that can actually create more problems than it solves. I wouldn't know. I don't expect to leave my worms for that long a time, but yeah, they did really well. So that's another feeding for them as well. And so far so good. So a two week mark actually is not a problem. That's another update, and see you soon.